Hey guys, we're out here at OCA with Chad Wallwork, and we're going to be talking about his CRF250R, and this is the 2023, right?
This is the 2023 model, which is exactly the same as the 2024.
Awesome. So you've been in the scene for a long time. You've been a salesman for a long time in the scene. For those that don't know you, kind of give us a little bit of your background.
Kind of a dirt bike nerd, a motocross nut, whatever you want to say. I've been riding since I was a little kid. My life revolves around motorcycles and motocross. It's kind of weird seeing me on a Honda. I've been a Yamaha guy mostly my whole life. Started on a little 50 with training wheels. My dad raced growing up. I was lucky enough to get into the sport, you know, be able to have some fun, and I'll tell you what, it's the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. It's just been amazing. It's a good family sport. You know, my kids ride, you know, it's a lot of fun to hang out together. And then I'm a sales guy too, so being in the industry, I love riding the stuff, you know, because I always say, why would you want to buy something from somebody that's never rode anything, you know? So I love to test the product, and then I can talk about it to people on the showroom floor and give them my input, which is true tires on the ground input. You know, ride the bike, get to talk about them. So I wanted to try one of these Hondas, being the skinniest, lightest, you know, most nimble bike on the market. My daughter was really excited about riding the Honda, and I've had so much fun, I've kind of taken it over. You know, it's just been, I feel bad, but hey, you can ride it whenever you want, but Dad's gonna take it today. But Hondas, like in the past, they've been more of like a high revving, you know, kind of more like a KTM, where they don't have a lot of torque bottom end. Well, they've kind of based this motor off of the Yamaha. So it even kind of sounds like the Yamaha 250F, but now these new models, they have really good torque off the bottom. You know, you can short shift them. It's an easier bike to ride. It's not so high strung. So, and I like that, being a little bigger guy. It's easier to come out of the corners, and the handling on this Honda, like I haven't even changed anything. It has stock grips on it, stock bars. I haven't done one thing, and this bike, to me, handles like a dream. Now, they are a little bit stiff, like for your average 155-pound guy, you know, but for me, the bike just works amazing.
That's awesome. And so like you said, you rode Yamahas for a long time before that. What was like a couple of key things hopping on the Honda that made you want to go to the Honda instead of the Yamaha?
Real easy to work on this bike, even though I haven't had to work on it, you know, but like changing the filter, you know, just real easy to get to, which makes it easy for a guy that doesn't like to work on motorcycles typically.
For sure, that's always a plus.
Well, you know, and the Yamaha is kind of like the opposite of this. You know, the new ones are, you know, they've kind of skinnied them up a little bit, but Yamahas in the past have always been really big on the tank, you know, really wide, which has deterred some people from liking them. To me, they fit really good. So basically, this is like the skinny, light, nimble version of a Yamaha. Similar power, you know, but the characteristics of the bike are a lot different. Being smaller and skinnier, like it just feels so light, and you know, cornering this bike is a dream. You know, in Yamahas, they feel like a little bit taller bike. This one feels just a little bit shorter. Like the things that I've been able to do on this motorcycle, I've been totally surprised by. Like this bike has really opened me up to this whole Honda world. And I've even had, like, you know, some kids' dads or whatever on the track, like, man, that Honda seems to work really well for you. And I'm like, it does, man. And like, what have you done to it? I just put gas in it. You know, I haven't done anything but put gas in it. You know, I just absolutely love this motorcycle. I've just been riding this bike, and it opened up a whole new kind of fun to me, because just being on a different brand, and now here at Young Power Sports in Centerville, where it's a powerhouse dealer, we have a lot of access to, you know, we get a lot of inventory, sometimes Hondas are hard to get, but at Young, we've been able to make it so we have the bikes in stock, so we can get you on one, you're ready to go.
That's awesome. So like you said, the 24 is the same as this one, but the 25 is going to be the 450, the new 450 generation that's carrying down to the 250. What aspects of that are you excited for when the 2025 250 comes out?
I'm super excited about the 2025, because now we're going to a new generation bike. So we're getting a new frame, we're getting a new motor, you know, we're getting more suspension settings. And then on top of that, we actually have a Works Edition 250 for 2025, which we've always had it on the 450, but this is the first time we'll have a Works Edition 250. So when I heard that, I had to run down to Young and put some money down, like, hey, I want the first one of those Works Editions that come out. So I'm super excited about the new model.
That's awesome. Is there any characteristics specifically like that they've talked about that you're excited about with the new model?
So once again, we're super narrow inside here, which is like, I've really grown to love the skinniness of here. And the actual controls, like the foot pegs to the handlebars, like there's a lot of thought put into this bike. So what I'm hearing, of course I haven't had a chance to ride the 2025, but what I'm hearing, it's even better than this bike, which I'm just totally shocked about, you know, because I didn't think it could get better than this right here. And like I say, I haven't even put a pipe on this, done nothing, you know, I've just rode this motorcycle, just put gas in it.
Yeah.
So, and the new 2025 has the same characteristics as the new 450, so we're gonna have very similar chassis again. They even offer a hydraulic clutch on the Works Edition, 250 for 2025, which, you know, hydraulic clutches, I don't mind the cable clutches at all. A lot of people prefer the hydraulic, so this is gonna give us the chance for those hydraulic guys to get their clutch back.
Sure. Awesome. So you said you haven't done any upgrades to this. What is the first upgrade you do want to do to it as far as like parts or anything?
So, and that's funny too, like normally when I get a new bike, like the handlebars don't feel right, you know, like I want to change foot pegs, you know, I need to change some stuff to make it feel better to my needs. But I just rode this bike the first time, and like I say, I haven't even changed the grips or anything on it. So it's just, Hondas now are coming with high-end components. So the bars are good, the foot pegs are good, brake pedals are good, everything's easy to grab and get a hold of. And the Showa suspension on these bikes has just been absolutely awesome. Now I am excited to eventually get a pipe on here. You know, the new Works Edition comes with the Yoshi on it, right from the factory. But I hear once you put a pipe on these bikes, it makes it even a little easier to ride on the bottom, give it a little more torque, a little more short shifting ability. And this bike, I can actually, like, seemed like the Yamaha, I was revving it out a little bit more. This bike, I'm able to shift it, short shift it, get it up in the lower RPMs, and just works really good.
So as much as you like the Honda, is there anything about the Yamaha that you do miss?
Good point. Yes, you know, Yamaha, they have some titanium foot pegs on their bike. You know, the Honda, the pegs could be a little bit better, but they still have a big feel. It's still an aggressive feel. Yeah. And then the DID Dirt Star rims. You know, Yamaha runs the Excel, Honda runs the DIDs. Both very good wheels. You know, really don't have a preference one way or the other. The Yamaha, where it has the wraparound pipe, so it's a little more compact in there, a little tougher to get to, where this bike is real accessible. Yamaha runs KYB suspension, Honda runs Showa. So, you know, I'm used to that KYB feel, but I'll tell you what, this Showa stuff, man, I've been super impressed with. And like I say, for me, I'm 200 pounds, the suspension works awesome. In fact, I could even use a little bigger shock spring. So for most of the guys that are 150 pounds, 160 pounds, they are gonna need to do a little bit of work on here just to get it dialed in for them, because it is a little stiff right now for the average guy.
Okay, cool. I mean, do you want to shout out your favorite suspension guy?
Yeah, so like I'm a Pro Action guy, you know, Corey Smith at Pro Action. He's been my go-to guy for everything. I can a lot of times I picked up a bike and just took it to him before I ever even ride it, you know, just get it dialed in. But I really wanted to try this bike, get the feel of a stock feel, because I always like to know what we're missing, you know, what are we gaining when we get suspension done. So, you know, I want to get that stock feel so that I kind of know what I'm looking for. But I will definitely be doing some Pro Action stuff when I get the 2025 model.
Nice.
But this one I wanted to just ride stock so I could get a better feel of this whole Honda thing is new to me.
Yep.
And it's really got me super excited. Even at my age, you know, anything that'll get me super excited, I'm pumped about. So this whole Honda game, and with Young Power Sports having a powerhouse dealer, you know, a powerhouse store gives you the access to have a few more machines, models, you know, guaranteed to have stuff in stock. So at Young Power Sports, we've been able to keep these bikes around, so you don't have to call me and say, hey, when can you get me one of those? Like, come on in, let's get you one today, we'll load it up. You know, we've actually got the bikes in stock.
That's awesome. So I mean, previous to Young getting the Honda Powerhouse, I had no idea what a Honda Powerhouse it was. So maybe, I mean, I'm sure there's other people out there that don't know what the purpose of Honda Powerhouse is. Maybe you could explain that a little bit more.
Good point. So Honda Powerhouse, they want Honda only in the building. And then we have different displays, like it's really nice. Like it's a smaller store, but it's a beautiful store. The Honda store, I love the vibe and the feel over there with all the displays. And when you're a Powerhouse store, that allows you to get more product. They want to pretty much guarantee you that you have one of everything. So when a customer comes in, they're able to see something that they've seen on the website rather than having to, oh, can you order me one of those? You know, like in the COVID years, we all kind of got used to that. You know, we couldn't get a bike in stock, we were ordering stuff. So now being a Powerhouse dealer, we're able to get stuff a little bit sooner, and then we're guaranteed to have stuff in stock. So being a Powerhouse dealer, it costs a lot of money to the dealership, but it's awesome for the customer. And that at Young Power Sports, that's what we're all about. We're customer based. We want to have that exceptional customer experience. So being a Honda Powerhouse dealer allows us to do that.
Nice. Well, awesome. Thanks for taking the time to kind of walk us through this. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one then.
Absolutely. Let's go ride this bike and have some fun.
For sure.